Good evening, everyone. We'd like to call to order the regular City Council meeting for June 5th, 2024. I would like to ask that all would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have invocation by Alderlady McDowell. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord God, we thank you for just blessing us to see another day. We ask you, Lord, to bless the city of Markham. Bless us as we conduct the business of Markham. Bless each and every resident that's present on tonight, and bless us in this community. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Mayor Ackpower,
Here.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Present.
Alderlady McDowell,
Present.
Alderman Bertrand Jr.,
Here.
Alderman Barron.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Approval of minutes, regular City Council meeting minutes, May 15th, 2024.
Mayor Roger Powell, I make a motion to approve regular city council meeting minutes for May 15, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Alderlady McDowell, second by Alderlady Hampton for approval of regular City Council meeting minutes, May 15, 2024. Question? Roll call?
Alderlady McDowell,
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Abstain.
He abstains.
oh, okay. Alderman Bertrand Jr.,
Yes.
motion carried.
Authorization claims and accounts, the bill list?
Mayor Powell,
Yes.
I make a motion that we approve the authorization of claims and accounts, the invoice payments approval for June 5th, 2024, which reads as follows. Corporate, $681,721.38. We have water and sewer at $126,653.54. Followed by solid waste at $15,779.80. Motor fuel coming in at $31,772.16. We have the Markham Senior Living Complex, $20,581.26, with the roller rink at $4,946.82. We have zero tolerance at $798.82. We have TIF Dixie Highway, $3,700. We also have TIF Interstate Crossing at $2,533.69, which gives us a total of $888,487.47.
Second. Motion by Alderlady Hampton, second by Alderman Bertrand for approval of authorization claims and accounts, the bill list. Question? Roll call.
Alderman Bertrand Jr.,
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay. Before we move over to special presentations, we'll wind up maybe losing some people after the presentation sometimes. So I usually, I want you to see how we kind of do things. So, Alderlady, why'd you call my full name tonight? Okay, so moving on. We're going to special presentations. So I had to throw that in so they can see how we behave and have good humor and how we get along here. So I just had to give her a hard time. She said my full name tonight. So all right. So we are we have under special presentations tonight. I'm excited about. Sometimes I don't get as excited about what's on our agenda about some presentations than others, and the council equally feels the way that they do too about different things that happen. But tonight is special. Certainly, I better not get choked up either, but I'll try not to. Tonight we're going to honor and acknowledge a special guy. I think he's a very special guy. Obviously, he had rank when he was here, so I got to salute the flag to him and all that, right? But I just knew him honestly before he was all of the brass that he was in working with me and under me at some point, because it wasn't. We used to just be coworkers, and Then later on in life, he moves on, he goes on, and he keeps doing what he's doing. It's only he can do it. And he even had a nickname in this town. I just really think it was the greatest nickname anybody could have. And we're going to just acknowledge the retirement of Deputy Chief Samuel C. Harris. And Council, I'd like to... So I really have to say, honestly, and any council member that will want to say something, that's certainly fine by all means. Again, if no one knew, Sam had humble beginnings and dispatched before he was a police officer. I think that actually made him better. Of course, the dispatchers, after he left them, couldn't stand him. But, because that was because he gave him a hard time. Because now he's the police, and they, he was after perfection, and he meant business, and it was a great ride being with you all these years. So, I'm going to. How about if I let you read it, Madam Clerk? Would you do that?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Resolution in honor and appreciation to
We're going to read it to you right here.
to Deputy
All right.
Chief Samuel C. Harris, star number 228, for 33 years of service to the Markham Police Department and City of Markham, Illinois. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace always in every way. The Lord be with you all. For 2 Thessalonians 3:16. Be it resolved that on this 5th day of June in the year of our Lord 2024, the Mayor Roger A. Ackpower, the City Council, the Markham Police Department, staff, and the City of Markham, Illinois, honor Deputy Chief Samuel C. Harris on his retirement from the City of Markham Police Department. And whereas Deputy Chief Harris began his law enforcement career with the City of Markham on October 16, 1991. After serving in 911 dispatch, he became a Markham police officer with the star number 528 on May 1, 1993. His loyal service and dedication afforded him his first administrative role as sergeant on August 10, 2013, leading him to a promotion as lieutenant on August 7, 2019. And over the next few years, he worked his way through the ranks to become deputy chief with star number 228, where after 33-year career with the City of Markham, he served until much-deserved retirement on May 10, 2024. And whereas throughout Deputy Chief Harris's career, he performed his duties with uncommon devotion and enthusiasm. He passionately served the Markham Police Department and the Markham residents with a commitment to public service, dedication, and devoted his life to the preservation of law, order, and protection of the Markham community. His demonstration of professionalism, ability, and integrity won the sincere respect and admiration of his colleagues and citizens of Markham, and now, therefore, be it resolved that we wish to express our heartfelt gratitude and sincere appreciation for Deputy Chief Samuel C. Harris's 33 years of outstanding service to the City of Markham, and extend to him our best wishes for much continued success and happiness during his retirement. Graciously submitted, Roger A. Ackpower, Mayor.
So we're going to obviously archive one of these, but this we're going to give you to take home. But I'm going to come down and ask the chiefs to come forward, the command staff to come. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Officer Harris's call.
True.
Nobody ever wrote a lot of tickets by that. But I'm happy to use the tyrant. He's always be my friend, and you will always have friends of these department.
See what he does to us, this guy? I'm not gonna let you get me choked up. I'll wait, because I was choked up. That is so true. I can say RoboCop, you don't mind, right? Because that was his nickname. I mean, because he actually, he's a little older now, but he's like, he kind of looked mechanical out there, and he had a presence, and we were known. You didn't come down the street and speed, and that was an honorable thing to me, that the presence was known of our police department by you and even Sergeant Dean, who retired as well. So that meant a lot, and you left our imprint here for many years. And we know you made some people mad, but we made them do the right thing. And that's usually a good sign when some people are upset about something, they're making an adjustment for the good. So we appreciate you. We still love you. This is always home, and we're just glad. So with that, we want to give you this. You're stopping all the city earth business right now, right? You're worth it, man. Okay. All right. So to Samuel, it's C. I should put my glasses on. We are deeply grateful for your 30. It's 31. Did they got to change that too?
It was 33 years.
Okay, it's 33. So we really got to send this back. We got to give you those 2 years. Okay. So for your service of protection you provided to the Markham Police Department in the city of Markham, your dedication and commitment have been invaluable. Wishing you all the best in the future. Mayor Roderick Powell, October 16th, 1991 to May 10th, 2024. We love you, man. All right? All right. So let's take a quick picture. If we can get any of the other officers that want to come to this side, council, can we get you all real quick? Yeah, council members. Do you all just want to stay up there in the back? Okay, why don't we go in the back behind here, and then we just need to cheat up this way, me and Sam.
Yeah.
The three of us. Chief,
Bree,
just
come
cheat
over
up a
here in
little
the
bit,
middle.
as they say.
No,
I'll tell you what she's trying to do, Christine.
we standing like this, and then I'm doing like this. I figured it out.
Okay, are we together enough here? Is this working? Okay, good, okay.
I want anybody to look, no blinking.
No filming that camera. Okay, good? We all set? Oh, one more, okay.
Don't worry about it, we good. I got enough. Okay.
All right, the fireman took note of that, so, all right, guys. All right, you guys watch that. All right, congratulations again. Thanks, Sam. Okay, buddy. All right. Enjoy retirement. I'm jealous. All right. Hey, good to see you.
All this. Well, I'm learning how to hold it in a little bit. I look at myself, I feel like, oh my God.
Okay, we're moving along tonight. Next, we have a presentation of a fire truck to the Republic of Liberia, Africa, to Mr. I want to make sure I say Aramis Williams. Aramis? Okay. And so he is the coordinator, deputy minister for diaspora affairs. I would like to ask Dr. Morel McClurkin McClurkin of the United States and Canada. He's an ambassador for African diaspora Union Affairs. I would like for him to come forward and he can kind of help me get through what I'm not saying right. So you have the floor.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. First of all, giving all honor to God, and as a former Markham resident, this could not be a more prouder day for me. So I want to give thanks to the mayor and to the council. About a couple of months ago, I received a correspondence from my friend, Dr. Yehuda, who's a special advisor to the Deputy Minister for Diaspora Affairs for Liberia, about the crises that the country was having. There have been a number of fires that have occurred in the country, and they have no limited fire equipment, limited fire trucks, and they are just standing by watching buildings burn down. And the last significant affair occurred about 3 months ago when the house of the Minister of Parliament just burned down and people were in the streets just crying. I don't know if you know, but Liberia was founded by an act of Congress. It was birthed by an act of Congress to allow free slaves who wanted to return back to Africa. And so Liberia was started. The Constitution is based on the U.S. Constitution. The Pledge of Allegiance is the same, except we say to the United States, and they say to the Republic of Liberia. And the capital city was named after Monrovia, was named after President Monroe. And so there's a special relationship. And so my first instinct was to reach out to Christina, and she reached out to the mayor. And you have graciously donated a fire truck to the Republic of Liberia. And you just cannot imagine how significant of an act that is to the Republic. And so, and you're the first city that have responded to this urgent cry for help. So we need to give the mayor and the council I have here with me the Deputy Minister for Diaspora Affairs under the office of the President himself, who is aware of this gracious act by the city of Markham and will certainly continue to show the mayor and the council his appreciation. And along with him is his special advisor, Dr. Uriel Yehuda. So I'll let you make some quick remarks, and then we'll let the mayor speak.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
In no special order, will you please allow me to call on my delegation?
Yes. Yes. Please.
So, before I proceed, my name is Erasmus William. I'm the coordinator and deputy minister for the Pride at Republic of Liberia. I work directly in the office of the president. I'll just have a member of my delegation just introduce themselves real quick. So just call your name.
I'm Suru Abdurashi Bia. I'm Suru Abdurashi Bia.
My name is Gay D. Sled Jr. I'm a neighbor. I live in South Harlem. I came to support him. I'm the former national president for Liberians in the diaspora.
I'm Dr. Uriel Yehuda, and I serve as a special advisor to the Deputy Minister at the Diaspora Affairs Office.
Thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, council members, distinguished city members of the city of Markham, fire chief, police department, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings on behalf of the President of the Republic of Liberia. A day before people traveled to South Korea, we had a conversation about your donation and how important it was. I should have traveled to other locations, but he deemed it extremely important that we don't send a different representation, but instead we should do everything we can to come across to be here, just to let you know how important your donation is. It's not about the amount. It has to do with the time. The timely response by the city of Markham. This will go down in the history of our country, and the people of Liberia will forever be grateful. I want to thank the city council member, because I know the mayor could not have done this by himself. And the grateful people of Markham, through your blessing, your support to the city council, they were courageous enough to extend hand to our brothers and sisters in Africa that gladly need our help. Liberia was founded by free slaves from the United States of America. I know when you see this, it looks like the U.S. flag, but it's actually a Liberia flag. When you were reciting the pledge of allegiance, we said, I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice and for all. So y'all know what they say. The national anthem is all the same. But we are grateful. We are grateful. In my hand is a letter that was crafted by the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs to the mayor on the donation. And also, the plan is that we can encourage the city to send a delegation to actually escort the fire truck to Liberia. And when that delegation goes, we'll do everything we can so you have a sit down with the President of the Republic of Liberia. And I encourage all members of the council, members of the fire department, to see this as an opportunity to help provide training, to see what it's like to provide your level of training to our fire department in Liberia. And sometimes the challenges you go through here in trying to, handle fire issues. When you come from Africa and you blend the challenges that we go through there to handle fire issues, it will help prepare the next generation that is being, pushed into the huge, diverse environment that we find ourselves in. As we all know, the world is headed into more diverse world. So, on this note, I think he wants to read the letter from the minister, and then I will beg your indulgence again to give me the opportunity to honor the mayor in a very special way, our own tradition, right after the letter is read.
Okay.
Minister to Mr. Roger Akapawa, Mayor of Markham, Chicago, Mayor of Markham, Illinois, United States. Dear Mr. Mayor, acknowledgement and commendation. The President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph N. Boakai, Sr., has directed that I extend to you and the people of Markham heartfelt gratitude for the donation of a fire truck. We find the donation invaluable and will contribute to saving lives and property in the country. We also know that your fire department provide training and other support services. We look forward to taking advantage of the training and collaborating with you in building a relationship of cooperation. Kindly regards, Sylvester Grigsby, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Republic of Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, the gentleman, the one to make a presentation with you would come down.
Yes.
And this is a part of the African tradition. So we wanted to give you that.
So, Mayor,
Yes.
This has been done on behalf of the President of the Republic of Liberia. This is our own traditional way of expressing our profound gratitude to the state. Hopefully, when you come, you will get your honorary citizenship of the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, my. All right. It's official now, so I'm. Yes. I think we should just go right now. There's nothing else to talk about. We had to leave. But, you know, one of the things that I was saying that to myself as I sat here is that we want to continue to be a blessing because, you know, Markham had others to bless them, us. We've been blessed. So we have to make room enough to receive. And so that's what we're doing. And we're doing that. We've done it regionally, and now we're doing it across the globe. And I think that is something that this government has been called to do. And we're just grateful to be able to do that. And I'm looking forward to the partnership and us working together. And the firemen already, the chief threw me under the bus. He says I know how to teach. I do, and I love to teach. And I think I shared that, and we can make people stronger about fire safety. And those are important things that we have done here to get fire numbers down. Just like police get the numbers down with crime, they get fire numbers down by how we teach the community how to be fire safe. So we will bring that to Liberia. Okay. Yes.
And then I'm going to stay one more minute and just say thank you to our dear brother, and permit me
Yes.
to do him the honor, because without Dr. Yehuda and without him, we will not have the pleasure of knowing you and getting this great benefit. In that regard, we want to use the time to also count him.
Yes. That's right.
You have to put it on.
That's right.
But that's how we say thank you. That's how we say thank you. That's how we say thank you.
Okay.
There you go, there you go. That's
All right.
how we say thank you. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that for council members, for those that continue to extend a hand to Africa, for those that continue to reach out to help other cities, for those that continue to recognize what they have and how they can share. God will continue to bless you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. What did I do with it here? Did I have the keys? Did I leave a key up there? There were keys here. Oh, this is the key to the truck, so you can.
Where the fire?
We got, Chief, come on, we got to make sure he's got the key to go start it up. Actually, yeah, we want to take a picture that we're giving you the key, Chief.
Okay,
We'll let you. Yeah. You can hand him the key. Actually, this is just not a real key. But we came up with it, so we'll take a picture.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yes. Yes. Can we have the firemen come up, please? All right, we'll just give this to Leslie here then. Okay. And we'll just go on each side.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, we'll step up a little bit.
stand up. Hold still. Now don't blink. Smile, everybody.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
And then just the mayor and the fire chief and the fire
Okay.
fire team. No.
Okay.
Just the mayor and I and the fire team.
The fireman?
No, come on.
Okay.
Fire team.
Okay.
Fire.
Even it out. There we go.
We got one more time.
Oh. All right, Mayor, you know how we do it.
Yes.
What? Okay, say cheese.
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 Thank,
All right.
thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
again.
Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. All right. You don't have what I got. I do have to take my hat off. It's kind of hot, kind of warm. All right. So, 1 second. I got it. It's kind of hot. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. Yes. Yes. But very nice, though. Okay. Let's see here.
City Attorney's report.
Okay, we're going to move on and go over to the city attorney's report.
Okay, let's get started here. Okay. Members of the council, Mr. Mayor, members of the public, with respect to the city attorney's report, it appears under 8. With respect to the first matter, a proposed ordinance authorizing the conveyance of surplus personal property owned by the city of Markham to the Republic of Liberia.
Yes.
Mayor Powell.
Yes.
I would like to waive the reading for ordinance number 24-0-2390, an ordinance authorizing the conveyance of surplus personal property owned by the city of Markham to the Republic of Liberia.
Motion by Alderlady McDowell, second by Alderman Barron for waiving the reading for ordinance authorizing conveyance of surplus personal property owned by the city of Markham to the Republic of Liberia. Roll call.
Alderlady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Alderman Bertrand Jr.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Mayor Powell, I would like to adopt ordinance number 24-0-2390, ordinance authorizing the conveyance of surplus personal property owned by the city of Markham to the Republic of Liberia.
Motion by Alderlady McDowell, second by Alderman Barron, to approve ordinance authorizing the conveyance of surplus personal property owned by the city of Markham to the Republic of Liberia. Question? Roll call.
Alderman Bertrand Jr.
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, under 8B, we have a proposed resolution concerning the purchase of a 2024 new Vector 2100i PD sewer cleaner for the city of Markham Department of Public Works.
Mayor Powell,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion for approval of resolution number 24-R-715, a resolution concerning the purchase of a 2024 new Vector 2100i PD sewer cleaner for the city of Markham, Department of Public Works.
Second, Mayor.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderlady Hampton for resolution concerning purchase of 2024 new Vector 2100i PD sewer cleaner for the city of Markham. Public Works. Roll call.
Alderman Barron.
Yes.
Alderlady Hampton Hauser.
Yes.
Alderlady McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Bertrand Jr.
Yes.
Motion carried.
That's all that I have this evening.
Okay, moving over to the city clerk's report.
I just have one announcement. Mayor Roger A. Ackpower, the City Council, and the Markham Park District. Free Father's Day barbecue. Thursday, June 13, 2024, from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. That will be held at Rosner Park, 16053 Richmond Avenue, Markham, Illinois. Men, you can pick up your free meal ticket from City Hall, the Markham Park District, or from your aldermen only. Tickets will not be available at the door. No ticket, no meal. That's all I have tonight.
That'd be positive.
I need my ticket. Better get mine now.
That's all I have this evening.
Okay. All right, moving over to the mayor's report. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad that everyone had come out tonight. And again, as I said a little bit earlier, I believe that I was excited about the couple of things that we celebrated with special presentation in our community. That we're doing the right thing here locally by the people that work with us and live with us. And then we're trying to spread that abroad. I think that's important. I know that we will continue to be blessed by that. Everybody here that is a part of Markham and the things that we're doing, I believe strongly that whatever you touch, it will turn to gold. I honestly believe that. I believe that good things will come out of that by what we're resonating here in Markham. So two things I want to mention tonight. One, I was reminded by some of the veterans. We had a block club meeting. I know that Alderman Bertrand will mention it, but it was held at the VFW. On the way out, the commander of that VFW post, Terry McDonald, who serves also here in the city of Markham as a fire and police commissioner, he is a World War, I don't think he was II, but he's a veteran. He was Vietnam, okay. But he did remind me of D-Day, and it's just something that everybody watches a little different news. My wife knows that I don't watch a lot of local news until it's late at night, but I start off with what happens in France or in Africa and in the Middle East. And one of the things right away, one of the things I was looking at this morning was about D-Day. And so that was something that we have to remember what, gets us to the places we are here at home. And so things don't get on our shores. And that's where France was liberated. And we were part of a Western Front when it came to D-Day. I had to do some extra remembering. Thank goodness for Google, right? But my uncle served in World War II, and he used to tell me stories all the time about the war. Now, he had a pretty good job, I would say, because he was a Navy trumpeter. And so all those different hymns, I think that you would call them, or there's different things that they did in battle, he was a trumpeter. But anyway, let's keep that in mind of all of our veterans and the different things. We just came past our Memorial Day, so we want to just keep them in mind about how they serve. The last thing I want to address, I'll do this as quickly as I can, but I don't want to miss a point. We had a day here with the City Council today where we addressed some things in the media. Sometimes you don't know things until you're told about them, but I often think that there's places where you ought to tell people before they hear about it. And you can kind of get that point out there. Sometimes some things aren't even worth addressing. But periodically you run across a few things just like we did tonight about, well, Markham has a good name. There's things biblically spoken about having a good name. I'm going to make a couple of points tonight about what is kind of happening in our region with Thornton Township. We've had a few places where we have had some crosshairs with the supervisor in Thornton Township, and we have disagreed about some of those things that are happening in the township. Markham has 2 townships. It has Thornton and Bremen. And we have at least 6 precincts that represent Thornton Township, and 2 of our alderpersons, Alderlady McDowell and Alderlady Hampton, serve in those capacities in Ward 1 and 2 in Thornton Township. You know, the reason why I'm mentioning anything is because we recently had disagreement with the township supervisor about a tax increase when it came to mental health service. We didn't believe that, well, we honestly at the time didn't really believe from some of the governance there that we can get behind what was happening there and support any increases. And there was no explanation to myself and many other mayors in 17 municipalities. There was never a call made to us to go to referendum to raise your taxes. And we just weren't going to stand for it. And here recently, I believe it's very unfortunate that the supervisor that was disagreed with by myself and other mayors is kind of chewing sour grapes. It is what it is, and be it as it may. We just are going to say our piece about what we think. We're doing good in Markham, and I'm going to get to that point. But we have a backstory of how we work with the supervisor in Thornton Township. I've had a relationship with Frank Zuccarelli probably that spans almost 40 years before he passed. And I worked with him personally and knew him. And I've never known the township to be in the condition and certainly in the light that it's being cast in today. It's ridiculous. And I know that everyone won't take a position to say something, and I promised many residents that I wasn't going to say any more than I needed to. But when I'm saying something, it's not for me, it's for us. And when you say something about Markham, you're saying something about us. And I think that we've taken that point. We had early on our staff, Mr. Champion, Alderlady McDowell specifically, we worked with mentoring with the Dalton mayor at the time as being new and some of the turmoil that might have been in Dalton. You know, we want our neighbors to be successful. So we certainly did what we could do to do our intervention to work with that government, tried to help them with leadership. We work with their new, the administrator that they have. We gave good, good kudos and pushes to help them get there and work with them. And we would have different meetings with them all the time. And so that took its course, and it went where it went, which wasn't very far. I know that some of the turmoil continued there. Myself and other mayors, we took time to have conflict resolution. Myself, the mayor of Calumet Park, the mayor of Burnham, many of their trustees, and Mayor Hinyard and her staff, we met here in my office till late hours of the night on the weekends to try to mend that government and try and get it to work. So we had a kindred. We had some places where we were close in this from the very beginning about the things that we see on the news. We tried to do our part, and we need to do our part. I know all of my border town mayors. I have relationships with all of our border town. We border 6 communities. And you best know that I know them just like I have to say that our aldermen know the other aldermen on their borders. This is how we have done this because we need those successes together. But what drove me to say anything is that we differed about mental health. I think that the supervisor was disappointed about it with myself and others. I know that the aldermen keep up with the meetings over there. The last meeting that they had over there, Markham got polarized about its taxes. And it was really uncalled for about where we're at and what we're doing. We've done anything than any other community has when it comes to tax levies of just basically doing the basics of tax increases for fire pensions, police service, fire service, public works, just the normal things that you have to do cost of living about, and that's really been it. But I think that considering there's a issue over there, we got drawn into a lot of questioning about what's happening with our levy. The supervisor did a slideshow off of documents that were FOIA'd by some of her leadership over there. And there was, we answer FOIAs over here. If you, by the way, if you ever want a document, we'll give it to you because it's yours. And we should give that to you. And you might hear different places where they don't. They will not answer you and not give you clear answers about anything. So to get to my point about there were things that were said that cast aspersion upon Markham that we did not think that was right or fair, and we addressed the media about Markham being lump sum and categorized in certain places with other things that the supervisor did not like. And so we spoke up about it, and we'll continue to speak anywhere anyone says anything about the city of Markham. One thing for sure, we definitely know that we could have ignored it. See how quiet I'm getting right now? We could have ignored it. But sometimes you don't. Just sometimes you don't. So we'll be wise about how we are ambassadors for you about our next steps, about anybody saying something. I think that it was just time. I think that it's time to say something so our neighbors can be healthy or get right or get going. Because that's really what needs to happen. And that goes for any of us on this dais. If we're not behaving and we're not getting in line with what we ought to do and we're not telling you about how government is and being open about it, then we don't belong here. And we don't want people that even work here that have that kind of spirit anywhere here in the building or in our community that aren't here to serve and to work. And that isn't what's happening in Thornton Township. And it's unfortunate for that leadership. But we'll call it out and we'll move on. But we're not going to get part of the circus. We won't let that happen. That's not going to be what we're going to do. We got other things to do. Let me tell you, the reason why this is important to get it right, and I'm not going to always, we just do this on a regular anyway. We talked about what's going to happen with our taxes here, and we're rebating $1.5 million back to our community. Well, how good can that be? That we're going to rebate our residents the first time in history since I've known it. So is that a sign that we're doing right in terms of what we're doing with government? We just had another nation here that we're going to bless them and give them something because we've been able to be good stewards of what we have. We're able to share that with someone else. So I just wanted to take the time. There's many things that I could say, but I just didn't think that it was fair for someone to, they use other kind of language, but we were kind of being demonized or, and bastardized, if you will, and being put in clusters with other conversations that didn't belong. And so, I thought it was only fair to take a few minutes tonight and just mention that, that we won't prescribe to the nonsense. This will be the stop point, because I think that it is true. Some of those things will take care of themselves. But I also think that there has to be some people that they have to be bold enough to say a couple of things. Listen, last thing I'll say about this. You all remember that there was a time that people came to this community to help Markham. Now I know, let me add this, I know they came to help me too, but I lived here as well as I was a leader here, and they helped us. They helped us get realized clear from the governor's office to the legislature at the State House, all the way to the Supreme Court, to the success of this council and what it's done to rebating money back as we should and running good government. That's how that works. So somebody was out here in front that really, a lot of communities came to help us and stand with us. And so we should speak regionally. And some people are saying, oh, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything about this, that, and that. Well, that's up to you. but I think that sometimes we need to say it. And I promised a lot of the residents that I was going to make sure that we behaved about it, we were good ambassadors, and we'll do that because we care and we love all of you. So with that, let me get off of my soapbox now and go over to the city administrator.
Hey, man, you went over your 3 minutes.
All right.
Just
Okay.
kidding. Good evening, members of the council and the public. Be very brief. First of all, Mayor, I want to quote one of my favorite quotes by the good Reverend Dr. King Jr. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And just what we did for Liberia this evening, man, is just a testament of your leadership and the council, and I think they're going to be very grateful. So kudos to the mayor and the city council. Round of applause. We're really grateful for that. Just very briefly, Mayor, we are going to kick off a project kickoff meeting with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District next week to help mitigate some of the flooding issues over in Bel Air. So that team would be out here next week. So looking forward to that. And also, I know that our lobbyist Frank Bass is here. As you know, the state budget was finally balanced, and we did put in capital requests and budget requests for the city of Markham. So looking forward to some of those projects rolling out in this new fiscal year. That concludes my report this evening.
All right, thank you, Mr. Champion. We'll move over to Aldermanic and Ward reports, and we'll start with Alderman Barron.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
I'm going to make my report real short. I think we went through a very nice holiday with Memorial Day with minimal amount of problems. Our Public Works has been working their butts off, cutting grass. See them out there every day. If we get a little break, or we don't get any more rain, we might get caught up. But a lot of people are joining. And, you know, we've actually had some neighbors that, you know, they border a vacant property, and they've gone out and cut the ditch and tried to help out. So kudos to everybody that's helping. It takes a lot to get with the amount of properties that we try to keep maintained. So that'll be the end of my report, Mayor.
Okay, thank you, Alderman. We'll go over to Alderlady Hampton. Good evening.
Yes, well, good evening, Mayor, good evening, Council, good evening, all who's present. Mayor, my report is going to be kind of short as well. I do want to just have one quick say in reference to King Park. King Park, we're really looking great over there, Mayor. The crew has started clearing out the easements behind King Park from 162nd to 161st Street. I mean, we can really kind of see through there, so it's looking awesome. Public Works is coming through, picking up the debris as well. And our most important thing now is just maintain it. Now, since we removed all that forest back there, whatever, we have some eyesores that's back there too, Mayor, that we have to address as well.
Okay.
Also, just one more quick thing too, Mayor, the flooding, you know, we had a lot of rain the other night. And of course, early that morning, I was out and I was looking at the areas in which needs to be addressed. And again, they are sitting like lakes right now, so please can we try to expedite information on how we can move forward to adjust those flooding areas?
Okay.
One on Justine, one on Ashland, and also the one on the corner of Lake Road as well.
Okay.
And we can get those addressed.
Absolutely. Alderlady, if we could do this, Mr. Champion, let's get a hold of Mr. Quasi, the engineer,
Yep.
and set up a time to get with Alderlady, and we'll have a site visit. If he's available in the next, even tomorrow,
Okay.
would be great because
Yeah.
there's water still
Yes.
out there. The
Yes.
same way we did Alderman Barron's area, let's do it the same way.
All right.
Yes.
And get them out right away.
Okay.
I thought we were moving on some of that, but Alderlady, I think we were doing a couple of other things and didn't get him over there.
Oh,
So,
no problem,
Okay.
Mayor. I know, we're actually trying to dribble quite a few balls at one time, and
Right.
it's understandable, so no worries. And then last but not least, Mayor, I do want to get an opportunity to say one thing. Yes, a lot of my residents in the Thornton Township has actually phoned me, phone rings constantly in reference to what's going on with our township. And again, I want to just assure our residents that our job here in the city of Markham is to be good stewardships over our funds. And so sometimes things from higher up where the money trickles down, we have to kind of look at that as well. And I want to just assure my residents in Ward 1 that we are doing our due diligence, just as well as the mayor has said. And we are trying to make sure not only are we good stewardships over our monies here in the city of Markham, but the monies that trickle down into our community, which would be the Thornton Township as well. So again, I think everything takes time. We have to be patient and we have to be strategic on how we move around and move about. So just say thank you on that part right there, Mayor. And that's the end of my report, Mayor. Nothing else.
thank you. We will also touch bases about King Park. There's more work that we're going to do with the Kubota over there.
Yes.
So definitely let's talk about that when we have the meeting with the engineer same day. We can talk about that too. Because we want to open up that other east side, which used to be a frontage road, or not a
Yes.
road, actually was a extension of Latham, wasn't it?
Yes, it was
Right.
extension.
Yeah, okay. We'll open that up and do some good things over there. Okay, moving on over to Old Lady McDowell. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. If there's any veterans here tonight, can you please see me after this council meeting? I do want to address the Thornton Township. I do have the pleasure of actually going over to the Thornton Township meeting. It is really disturbing what you see that's going on in our Thornton Township. I have a couple words I want to say to the trustees. When I ran for election, I ran on I will fight for you. And I think I do that every day for my residents in this ward. This council is ran by our mayor and a wonderful council body. And we do that by working together. Trustees on that Thornton Township Board, I have one thing to say to you. It's time for you to step up or ship out. That's the end of my report.
All right, okay. Thank you. Old Lady McDowell, we'll go over to Alderman Bertrand. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and President. I too will keep it very short. As a Vernon Township president, but a resident of Markham, I stood with the mayor as he went through this process today with the television folks. And the reason I did is because if you talk about my brother, you're going to get a fight out of it. And sometimes it's necessary to stand behind him, or sometimes in front of him, if there is an issue that is going on that is going to affect the multitude. The 14,000 people who live in this community, and they're represented by a mayor and the council. Even though we have smaller areas, all four of the areas, the mayor has to represent. And so when somebody says that you are not doing your job, and you haven't done your job, and you can prove because of the paper and the information that is on file with the comptroller's office in the state of Illinois and the county of Cook stipulates and tells you everything that we do, because we have to file. When we file our budgets every year, it tells you exactly what we are spending and how much what the tax levies are on whatever we levy. That's important. Nobody seems to look at the reality. The information that I understand that was shown and given to the individuals at the township meeting may have been correct, but it might not have been delivery wasn't right. So I think that it's important that we stand with the mayor on issues like that. I want to say that we had our second meeting of the West Side Community Block Group. That represents the Bourbon Township side of Markham. We run from 167th Street on Western to 149th Street in Kedge, and then all the way over to Pulaski. So if you are a resident, the first Tuesday of every month, we are meeting in the VFW. And we say it, the first Tuesday of every month. We'd like to see you there because a lot of work can be taken care of before we get to this meeting. And what we do here, it's just action. We come to the meeting, we're acting on the things that you have told us that we need to move on. I think that's interesting. I have tickets to the Father's Day Ride. See me if you're a resident of the 3rd Ward. I want to make sure my men get to eat. I'd like to make sure that 15220, 15200 Kedzie are part of the
Engineering.
MWRD. Wait a minute.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard MWRD is coming. If they're going to be out here looking for flooding issues on Kedzie on the west side of the street.
Yes.
Those homes.
Okay.
And we also need to be with Quasi.
Yes. Yes.
Quasi. I'd like to be put on that list.
So, Ms. Champion, Ms. Ernestina, since you're here, how about, how to take advantage of that, right? We need to have a group meeting with some of the residents on Kedzie, and at the same time, we need to coordinate it with Quasi and MWRD or some rep from MWRD just to kind of, and then we'll do a site visit again. I think that, this is a good thing. We're getting to some infrastructure issues, and that's a good thing. So, all right, was that the end?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, before we go to public session, I would just like to say one last statement to the public tonight under public session. Government works here for one good reason, because I'm not smart, but I got a little sense. And that is, I'm going to ask you all to give our council a round of applause, please. The only way it works anywhere, if anybody's disillusioned to think for 1 second they won't disagree with me, they will. And I welcome it, because it's so important. It's a check and balance system. It's government. It's democracy. It's real. That's how you run government. It's not someone that's just saying, okay. They think for themselves. They are all hard workers. They work. And I will definitely get behind. I've always said that. And there's not just, I'm not up here freelancing. I check and I call them. And we talk all the time. And that goes for the clerk's office. We communicate, the treasurer's office. And, I don't want to talk to the treasurer's office. So they say no. It means no. And that's how it works. And that's how the success goes. And all we can do, and the reason why we're doing this is so you can put that out there in your community. It's our community. And you can go tell your neighbors, this is what's going on, and this is how we think. We don't always get it right, and we'll tell you if it's not working. We'll tell you if it's we missed it. We didn't get it right. We'll tell you we're sorry about something. We'll apologize, and we'll try and make it right. We're not going to run from it. We're going to stand up with it. So thank you all for applauding them, because I applaud them as well, and thank you for your time tonight. So we'll go over to public session. Matt, the motion.
That we open the floor to the public.
So
All in favor? Aye. Have a good evening again, public. If you wanted to address the city council, you need to sign in. If you haven't signed in already, and then we'll ask you to come by the podium here over to the mic, and you'll have 3 minutes.
Jalen Henderson from the Markham Library.
And I think Jalen's already down to 2 minutes. We always got to tease the library.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Here we only have 2 minutes, but I'll keep it short anyway. This is just a reminder for this coming Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. The library is having our summer reading kickoff event. We have prizes, food, music, bounce house, games for the kids. I encourage everybody in the community to come out and support. This is our kickoff because our summer reading program starts on Monday. It's a 6-week incentive-based reading program for the kids. We got grand prizes for an iPad, a hoverboard, and more things for the kids to win. And we will have raffles at the kickoff event. If anybody needs any flyers, I do have some. And like I said, I encourage everybody to come out and spend some time at your lovely library.
All right.
Diane Freeman.
Hello.
Good evening.
Everybody already gave kudos to the public works department, but it's 2 I would really love to give to. Chantel Summerall and Jamon Bertrand. Nowhere I see them. They're always working. They're not standing around watching the other one work. I mean, they're always working. So I want to give kudos to them.
All right. Okay.
Cindy Valenti.
And just for the public, as Ms. Valente comes up, Jamon Bertrand is in the back. Could you stand up, Mr. Bertrand, and sit, wave? That's it. All right.
Still with the work clothes on, man.
He's still working.
Hi, Council.
Yes, good evening.
Thank you for having us. For me, Cindy Valenti from Envy's Pub. I think I was up here a little bit over a year ago, stating we were going to be selling our place. And so I'm here tonight to introduce to you who I think was going to be a good fit as we all get together and hopefully figure this out. But this is Michael and Elizabeth. I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce your last name.
Ajibade.
Ajibade.
Okay.
Their concept is going to be the same as to what we are right now, but they do have some good ideas for the future.
Okay.
We would just like to be able to close on the business, get them approved and everything, so that they can start doing the business in Markham. And I feel that they're going to be a great asset to your city.
Okay.
So I just wanted to come, introduce them, and let you guys know.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I know that, Alderman Barron, did you get a chance to meet with them, Mr. Champion? Yeah. I just would, Ms. Ernestine is still here, good. Okay. I'd like to get them on the calendar as soon as possible, maybe tomorrow, the next day, if there's any room, if you're available. I'd like to just take a few minutes with you. Your realtor has been driving me crazy, which is okay. I understand. I answered the phone. I didn't run from him. I just told him I hadn't met with them yet. I have to still talk with a little bit with Mr. Champion. I'll do that tomorrow, and Alderman Barron for a few minutes as well. We'll do our best to get things moving.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate that.
All right.
I wanted you to
Very nice to meet you.
meet them.
Thank you so much, Cindy, very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to it. All right.
Charles Rayburn.
Thank you, Lord, for blessing me to be here today. As I look at all the residents of Markham, I want you to know that this is how a resident of Dalton acts at a board meeting. I live in Dalton, and I'm a Thornton Township resident. So if you leave here today and go out here and repeat that nonsense that the press has been putting out there, and all of that chaos and
Fusion. Those people aren't even Dalton residents, they're not even Thornton Township residents. So you saw for yourself how a resident of Dalton that's been there for over 40 years acts at a meeting. Now, here's one thing that you have to know. Okay, the courts ruled on, since you brought up the supervisor and the Dalton mayor's name, not name, but referred to her. Docket number 127-206, case number 1997CR 80820-2. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But they made a ruling about that 80% of the village of Markham respected. And they voted for this gentleman right here to be the mayor, okay? However, there was an appeal. They took the mayor of Dalton to court. Same ruling. This is the mayor. There's something wrong with what you're trying to do. There's something unethical about what you're trying to do by removing her before the end of her term. No one respected that court decision. That's why this part of this is going on. This alderman, you were there. I was there when you were there. You were not disrespected by a member of Dalton, a resident of Dalton or Thornton Township. Those people were agitators, and they don't even live in Thornton Township or Dalton. Once again, you sit here this whole meeting, and you see how a Dalton resident, a Thornton Township resident acts. If you leave here today and you go out and still lift the media, and I'll tell you about the media, but I don't have enough time to do that. But if you say all of the things they're trying to show and perpetrate and yank someone from the corner and say this is Dalton, it's not Dalton.
You have 1 minute.
1 minute? Yeah, I got that on you too. Okay? So, in closing, the Affordable Care Program has been canceled, all the funding. We're asking you, Mayor, to reach in and look at that as you did for the fire department, that fire engine. There's a lot of people that need that Affordable Care program. That's money for internet time. If you can't afford the internet, children, etc., they get that. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk about is, you said you had a relationship with the opposing mayor. He needs to apologize for saying our children don't deserve festivals, because they're only imitating what you're talking about earlier and what they're seeing adults do. They have nothing else to do. So our children do deserve festival time and jobs and all of the other things like that. Okay, and I'm going to be a part of that. Now, internationally, last thing, okay, there are schoolgirls that are being snatched out of their schools, taken into the forest, raped repeatedly. Okay, people from over in Africa, they can talk to you about that. We want to bring those girls home to their moms. They got their clothes like that laid up and said, my daughter is coming back. But no one in America seems to care.
Time's up.
Thank you for listening to me. Once again, you've just seen a real resident of Dalton and how we act. Don't confuse me with other people.
We won't do that, sir. That's not how we do it over here. We support you.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's all it's about. We support you. We want you to win over there. Okay, next person.
Janice Palmer.
Stop my timer. My neighbor wasn't able to speak, and she would like me to speak on her behalf. I would like to give glory to God and thanks for giving us all the help and strength to be here tonight to attend this meeting. I want to say thank you to the mayor and the down for all the wonderful things you've done in our ward. And I have here tonight, Mayor, a petition with 25 names on it from individuals from my block. They are complaining about being able to back out of their driveways because the streets are so damaged. The street needs to be repaved, and they signed this petition along with other, I don't say their complaints, but they're appreciative of what you've done thus far. My neighbor here, she has been living in Markham for how many years?
Since 1991.
And she has complained about a tree in her yard.
It's on the eve on the city part.
Okay.
It needs to be cut down or trimmed. Every time there's a storm, I get branches all over the place. You know, and it looks dead. I mean, leaves are growing, the tree looks really bad.
Okay.
And so, I am here to find out when is the animal control officer is gonna be in effect, because there are cats all over my yard. I'm just, the cat mess and the cats dragging in birds and rats and everything else and eating it. I just want to know when the animal control officer is going to come on my block.
Okay.
A lot of people have complained about damages to their cars as far as bagging out into the street. All of the gutters on Sherwood are packed with mud. I have pictures. I was going to print them out for everyone on the council to see, because Sherwood is in utter disrepair. It's been neglected for years and years and years, and it's shown.
1 minute.
That's up 3 minutes. I got 3 coming up for myself.
She got it together over there, Mr. Child. Hey, she got it together. That's all right. That's all right.
Ms. Hale wanted me also to address you. You have talked to these people, and you have, I want to say you made promises. And so now that the speed bump is at my front door, I get to hear those complaints. I don't know how I got to be the ambassador, but like you said, some of us have to step up for the others.
Correct.
So I am going to give this list to all the lady McDowell, who has done a wonderful job, and I love you. You know I do. You have done so much.
Right.
I've got to address this, the crosswalk on Sherwood going to the shopping center. Man, it's not even a sidewalk, it's rocks. It's 4 people down on that end of the block who are disabled. They cannot get out. The lady at the end on the corner, she doesn't have a walkway from her front door to the sidewalk, and she has a disabled son. She said that you told her that you would look into that, getting that sidewalk for her.
Okay, I probably have to sidebar with you after you're done here. I'll address some of it now, but
You don't have to, we can do it later, and you probably have it in the.
no, this is easy.
Okay.
I gotta address you and the whole council, the whole public at the same time, just to give you part of the answer for some of it. And I made this statement at the blockhead meeting last night, is that, and I'll even refer to our Dalton guest, about us being reasonable. So what I mean is that I'm going to tell you that the tree is not a problem whatsoever. None. The tree will be gone in a day or so. That's not a problem. All you got to do is know about it, and we're after these things too, so you don't have to tell us, but it's good if you do. And I'm saying to the public, be reasonable, because some of you had trees cut by you with no problem, but it doesn't mean that it's going to just be like magic. We've done this. I can look at a few of you. I've cut trees and a lot of and fix your street. The street is absolutely no problem this year, because we haven't taken off with that yet in the wards. So we can do all of that. It's, so I'm just going to say how much of the street will be a question, but definitely a great portion of it will get a lot of it repaired.
The drainage there on the crosswalk going back towards Nottingham, the cover of it is broken down, it's in the ground. I went to go to
well, that's why I'm saying we'll need some time to talk about that part, because that's the only thing that I'll get to you about the crosswalk. That's another conversation. The last part I'll mention, the animal control officer, we've been working on that, but we don't have a lot of takers for it. It's just been that difficult to try to get someone. No, we work with the county. The police department usually takes the call about animal control, and then Public Works may go out there and assist, and then after that we get the county. So No, this council approved getting an animal control officer. We're just having trouble finding somebody to do it. You know, that's qualified to do it.
2 minutes.
All right, so I'll let you work on it. Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, everyone. Is there a motion to close the floor?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Spears.
Is she on there?
Yes. I am so sorry.
All right, good evening, Ms. Spears.
Good evening.
Okay.
I would like to say it's so good to be back. The new district is functioning pretty well.
All right.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah, can't hold on
I
that.
just have a couple of things. I recently read where, this is about solar panels, and I know we've had a presentation, and I'm interested in finding out whether that's still going, how to go about seeing about it, because I recently saw an article where they're saying they really expect further attacks on our electrical grids next year. And I think that having the solar panels would be an excellent way to avoid catastrophe. But I don't know, has the program been successful? Is it still going, available to us? And I wanted to know about replacing the trees in the parkway. My tree recently, they cut most of it down because they said it was a danger, it was dead, but I was hoping it would come back. So I didn't let them cut it all the way down. I do have an idea about saving money to replace them by simply picking up, because how I got that first tree was picking up those little birds, seeds. It would be, I think I replaced 3 other trees in the parkway, maple trees that are flourishing. And I got it by just doing that, picking up those little whirly bird seeds, putting them in some dirt, starting. So we would not have to have a major outlay of money to replace trees that have been cut down throughout Markham. Last was the status about water and sewer pipes. I know we were working on it, I think, over east. And I was wondering when it would be coming west to Canada.
Mr. Champion, I'll let you respond.
Was that it? Okay. On June 27th, in reference to the solar, we have the Department of Commerce coming out. The deputy director is coming out to talk about the clean energy economic resources. So there are monies that are still available, and this community definitely qualifies for that.
Right. And how, I mean, are there people that we can talk to that have gotten it and see what they think of, you know, is there anything?
I don't know the recipients, however, I can reach out to the deputy and ask that question for you, Ms. Spears.
Yes, say over here, please. Yep, you please do.
Okay, hold on, Ms. Spears' side, pleasure to see you, first speaking with you on the phone, I think the Lord Jesus was good that day. The tree in your front yard or whatever, I recall when the tree got cut down. And then also is a tree in the front yard that's completely dead as well.
That's the one that they cut partially there, because I begged them.
Yeah, and the
Because
one
I planted it 52 years ago.
Yeah, the one next to it looks like it's dead as well. Maybe it's a late former, but I'm not quite sure. But I do have that one on the list as well. And then also the tree they already cut down, whatever, want to find out, we can just go ahead and cut it all the way down. Now, as far as replacing trees with what is actually there, I think that's what we have to strategically look at, trees that are not harmful to our sewer system. Maple trees were actually built to be in forestry areas that have strong, long roots. So we have to make sure that we can put trees in our area that won't disturb our roots. especially with us starting to come in with the new piping and the new infrastructure. So we have to kind of look at different trees. But I do have you on the list.
Okay, and about the water pipes? Sewer, the water pipes?
Mr. Chairman,
That was the sewer.
she was asking about the timing for that. Did you want to respond to?
For the infrastructure.
Yeah. Water and sewer. Oh, so coming to the, not Canterbury, do we have anything going to Canterbury at all?
I have to double check, but everything's in process. I don't know the actual schedule, but
I don't know if we had anything planned for
I
Canterbury.
have to double check, but I know they have a schedule.
I don't think we did.
You know, if I may, I can provide you with some up-to-date information about solar panel, Governor Pritzker's funding, of Rethink Energy.
Well, let me just tell you, so the Department of Energy, which is part of under the Pritzker administration, they'll be here on the June 27th, so it's the same
Okay,
funding.
except for one thing, if you're gonna get solar panels, make sure that you don't allow them to put on your roof. You got a 1974 electrical panel in your home, or 19 something like that. Make sure, they won't do that. They're gonna, and it's happened to a lot of people in Dalton. They put them up, and then the panels, electrical panels in their homes was not compatible with it.
Okay.
It almost caused fires and burned their homes down.
Wow. Okay, good information.
That's it, but, yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, okay, that's truly all I have. That's truly it now. So, okay, all right. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn? Oh, no, I'm saying, is there a motion to close the floor now? All in favor? Ayes have it. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Ayes have it. Good night, everybody. Thank you.